Oh shit, my bad. What's up? Welcome everybody to another episode of King's Court. I was focused like a motherfucker over here. My fault. I was in La La Land, man. But welcome to another episode of King's Court. It's Monday, man. Welcome in. Always, man. My man J Money, my man Senpai Max. What's happening?
What's up with it, man? A great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Been having a great little week or whatever. Hey, let's keep it going today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's
What's up,
up,
Max?
guys? Had an awesome day yesterday. I'm feeling good, happy. Just can't wait to talk about this game.
No doubt. Before we even start the show, man, probably gotta say, I don't know if I should say bow my head and say a prayer for the Blazers, or if I should bow my head and kiss the Portland Trailblazers ass goodbye. We'll figure it out though once we get to the captain, man, and get to the breakdowns of the game. Some shit we gotta go over though, man. This weekend, just in NBA in general, not so much this weekend in NBA. But we could talk about this weekend, but I want to talk about the big shit. Max and Jay, man. Palinko, the Magic Johnson interview today when he talked about what was going on in the Lakers organization and how he felt like he was backstabbed. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, Jay, because I know you was working and stuff too, brother. And Max, I know your time frame was a little different, but I don't know if he was able to catch up on it. But from what Magic said, he felt like he was backstabbed, kind of what even Stephen A. said a while back about what was going on up there. And it finally led. What's in the dark always comes to the light. And that's kind of what happened over here. But I watched the interview, man. When he asked him about it being backstabbed, he mentioned Palinko. But then everybody knows that Palinko is really close to Kobe Bryant, like super close to Kobe Bryant. I kind of thought Magic, what they was kind of alluding to was that he kind of felt like Kobe Bryant might have also backstabbed him. I don't know if you've seen the interview at all, Jay, but read between the lines. Is that kind of what you felt a little bit? Or am I just like off a little bit on that viewing of it?
I mean, I can't say I watched the interview. I didn't watch the whole show today. I was watching it on YouTube. They actually had it sideways and y'all watch it live on YouTube. I'm like, I was just pretty much listening to it. I'm not finna try to look at it right here sideways. But anyway, I mean, yeah, they was he pretty much spilling the tea a little bit. I don't really feel like that. I mean, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I didn't feel like I feel like if whatever Magic felt, I feel like he didn't hold back today. So I feel like if he did have some shade towards Kobe or something, I feel like he would have said it. Cause I mean, a lot of this stuff I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, he came on the show and pretty much just told everything pretty much. I mean, which is good for us to know, but I mean, it's just showing how messy this whole situation is for the Lakers right now. I mean, I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest with you. I mean, I cut it off. I really don't really care what happened in the past, to be honest with you. But yeah, he was saying that, you know what I'm saying, backstabbing. They think that they got their own, you know what I'm saying, agenda. Obviously, he wanted to fire Lou Walton. They wasn't down with this shit. So really, he didn't really think about how big of a, you know what I'm saying, role he was going to have or how many consequences he was going to have. So maybe that was just a little bit too big for him. But it's crazy that he was still referring to them as we, you know what I'm saying, we, which we know he's a part of the Laker, you know what I'm saying, organization for a while. But it was a little crazy that he went out on the national TV and then pretty much just told everything, you know what I'm saying, all the little bitty secrets and stuff. But I mean, that's just the Lakers. That's just the Lakers right now as a whole.
No, Max, your take on it. And Jay, yeah, you're right. Some shit you just keep to yourself, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you gotta go out there. Gotta clear your own name. That's kind of what I thought I saw Magic doing, like clear his own name. Everybody thought him under the bus when Magic left, and even when LeBron said, "Well, he didn't tell me nothing." No, we good. SBR, we straight. But yeah, but besides that, uh, I feel you, Jay, on that. I feel you, Jay, man. What you got? What's your take on that, Max? But sometimes, Jay, you gotta kind of speak up for yourself a little bit, man. When everybody get a certain narrative about you, they don't know the whole truth behind everything until they finally get your version of it. I kind of think that's what Magic did a little bit today. Your thoughts on that, Max?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, bro. I just felt like they were trying to play some lame game or something like that. And as Jay said, and you, he just wanted to clear his name. I mean, Magic Johnson has been doing some couple of dumb shit before. He was fined for the tampering stuff, and they've been pretty much keeping a close eye on him. I mean, what can I say? It's a freak show in LA, bro, and like it's getting closer and closer. The Bulls are going to trade their pick for goddamn Lonzo Ball, so I'm over here crying over that. Ain't nobody want fucking LaVar Ball in the locker rooms. I mean, we got the seventh pick. This is the third year in a row. I'm pretty pissed at that. Now getting Lonzo Ball, maybe. If you're even looking at Malcolm Brogdon, that's a solid pick. Looking at Patrick Beverley, a solid defensive guy, not so much offense. But yeah, they need a good point guard. But back to the Lakers. Yeah, way too much drama. They need to figure shit out real quick there.
Yeah, Jay, real quick, your response to that, man. Do you feel the same way a little bit? Do you feel like Magic just have to get his side of the story, the situation out, even though it's kind of messy, but we already know it's messy. That's kind of what everybody look for, man. The soap opera nature of sports and shit like that, man. So, do you see it as just gossipy, or do you see him kind of like trying to clear the air for himself?
Yeah, no, it was. Don't get me wrong. He was definitely clearing the air from himself. And sometimes, not to be selfish, but sometimes at the end of the day, that's really the only thing that matters. I mean, he doesn't have to he doesn't have to live with everyone. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of you don't want everybody out there talking bad about you or whatever. So I mean, obviously, he was saying, hey, he was backstabbed and this is what was going on. So I mean, the whole situation was pretty much messy. So, I mean, this pretty much just caps it off. It's not like the rest of it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He's just pretty much telling you, hey, this is what went down. Then obviously Stephen A. Smith and you know what I'm saying the other people on the show are going to ask him any little question to make it even more worse. And he pretty much on the spot. Once you agree to go on the show, you pretty much on the spot to answer those questions pretty much. So I mean, it is what it is. I probably would did the same thing. Like you say, you do have to go in there and clear your name. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and it's nice for us to know all the little intangibles in the situation. But I can't say I'm just one to not dwell on the past, and I just feel like this really whole thing is just dragging on and on and on, really. And I feel like if I was the Lakers, which I know they don't have part of this, if I was them, I would be trying to get over this, look towards the pick, you know what I'm saying, look towards positivity instead of dwelling on the past, you know what I'm saying. But I understand it's going on the show to get views, and all that, and he was definitely trying to clear his name.
No doubt, no doubt. And one thing I want to talk about too, the fight this weekend. I don't know if I got a chance to watch that shit, man. I was trying to hop on it under 9.5 rounds, man, but I couldn't lay the juice on that minus 320, bro. I should have laid the fucking juice because he went out there and mollywopped his ass real quick and real fast. You watched the fight, JMX?
Well, shit, I didn't even have to watch the fight. Shit, it was actually pretty quick. I mean, shit, once by the time I can't say I was at work, and by the time I'm getting to the house, I mean, shit, I already see the, you know what I'm saying, the highlights of him getting his ass knocked out. So, I mean, and then I can't say it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, I'm not betting on, you know what I'm saying, somebody dead high juice. I don't think there was nothing that you could find on Wilder that was plus money. You know what I'm saying? Unless you maybe parlay some shit or do something like KO by first round knockout or something. But I'm sure pretty much everything was heavily juiced. I mean, it seemed like they almost knew what was going to happen. So I'm ready to see Wilder or see if there is some competition out there for him. But it seemed like that was a pretty quick fight and one you could have really saved your money on and just watch the highlights of the game.
Your take on that, Max?
Yeah, man, those who paid pay-per-view for that match gotta be pissed. Yeah, I was watching the game, the Blazers game, the fight was going on the same time. And y'all know I hit you guys up. I was gassed up, I was like, God damn, bro, he got his ass knocked out. That's a grown-ass man, Wilder right there. Yeah, and as Jay said, I don't think a lot of people got, like, any value unless you put something like Wilder knocks out first round, like Jay said, like a right hand or something like that. I was looking at the lines. I was thinking of grabbing it myself, but everything was heavily juiced. Nothing was really worth grabbing unless, as Jay said, you would parlay it with like 3 or 4 other games.
Yeah, you definitely had to parlay that with something, but that was a hell of a quick one. He didn't kill the man like he said he's gonna kill the man, but damn sure he killed that man's pride. Let's talk about the game from yesterday, you guys, too, real quick, man, before we touch on the chat. Bucks, man. I thought they had it. I mean, they had a nice little thing going for themselves, and then what happened? They fell apart, kind of like we've seen the Blazers do with second half ball games. But the way the Bucks fell apart, man, I think it was some foul issues. They couldn't make any free throws and stuff like that. I'm happy to see my man Jimmy's team walk away with a victory and get a victory out there. I didn't want to see them get swept just like I don't want to see my Blazers get swept. I also thought that the series between the Bucks and the Raptors will go 7 series. I know everybody's on Bucks tomorrow, and I'm part of one of the ones as well on the Bucks tomorrow. But I still think the Raptors can pull away a victory. But all the minutes that Kawhi played the other night is going to be kind of rough. Your thoughts on that, Jack?
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. And Kawhi, I mean, looks like he has some type of hammy injury or something. I'm watching that game. With me having the Raptors second half, I'm like, damn, bro, he don't look the same. He don't have the same lift. I mean, obviously your adrenaline gets a pumping, and your will to win the game will, you know what I'm saying, sir, you will overcome that at some point. But damn, man, especially them playing the double overtimes. I know he's gonna get plenty of treatment and stuff, but it's not like you have a whole lot of time to rest it up. You can get all the treatment you want. It's still, if you kind of tweak something and you're not the same. and you didn't play the full game, a lengthy game at that. It's only gonna get worse and worse as the game goes. I don't know. I mean, especially the stats that's back in the books off of a loss, but just that particular game. I mean, the Raptors they kept taking every punch pretty much. I mean, the second half. I mean, the Bucks were coming back, even took the lead, and then the Raptors just so resilient. You know what I'm saying? It obviously Middleton hit the putback layup, make it go into overtime, and then second overtime, the Raptors just, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, once Giannis gets fouled out, it's a whole different game. But Giannis is just unstoppable out there. But they contained him yesterday. I mean, what was it, like third or fourth quarter? Giannis only had 10 points. That's what I said. Okay, the Raptors have to win this game. You've done your job on him. It's not gonna happen again. But for that particular game, I feel like they did at least deserve that win. I mean, but damn, bro, you did all that. She had to do all of that to win in double overtime. That was pretty tough, man. They was on the brink of going down 3-0. So if it wasn't for them completely shutting down Giannis, they definitely would have lost their game. I mean, probably in the third quarter. So I can't say that the first quarter, I feel like was easy money for the Raptors yesterday. I mean, all the way desperate. Even if they lost the game, you got to come out in the first quarter. I mean, they was up by 9 points the first half. You know what I'm saying? They covered. Then I did take them small. Well, not too small, just 2 units on the second half, and then we'll end up cash. So it's like Max said, man, you damn near hit every bet that you make on the game. That feels nice.
Max, yeah, exactly what he just said, man. Every bet you made on that motherfucker yesterday. I know I hopped on the second half. I got the first half plus 10.5. Then I hopped on the second half Bucks as well, minus the 3. And I thought I had it, but Jay, I said you had that shit too. I had seen it. I tweeted it out. Then I saw you tweeted it out. I was like, fuck, man. Jay must know something I don't know. You've been on the heater too, Jay. You and Max. So I should have kind of rolled with you on that second half. But it looked different, Max. What's your take on that shit? What Jay just said and all the missed free throws in that situation, Max?
Yeah, Giannis just had 12 points yesterday. A lot of fouls yesterday. Kyle Lowry fouled out Norman Powell, and of course Giannis in the overtime. It was just like they couldn't get over the hump. But as you guys already talked about, you need to spend that much energy to just win a game at home? God damn, and that's not good news if you're a Raptors fan. Kawhi put up 51 or 52 minutes yesterday, and he was a bit hurt. I don't know if it's a severe injury. It might just be a minor strain or something like that. But yeah, Kawhi wanted it more. Simple as that. He was putting the ball down every time, But man, I put up 5 bets yesterday on the game. First quarter Raptors, second quarter Bucks, Raptors first half, Bucks third quarter, Bucks fourth quarter, everything cash. I didn't take anything full game. I was leaning towards the Bucks. I'm glad I didn't take it because, man, Chris Middleton was not having a great game yesterday. I was hoping for him to bounce back, but George Hill put up 24 points from the bench. Malcolm Brogdon put up 20 points. It's solid since he came back. Lopez, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Bledsoe 11 points, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Giannis could not get going yesterday. He was hit with that travel, and I know in the slow-mo replay when Kawhi gets that dunk, he does double dribble. It was a couple of missed calls yesterday, and Giannis airballed the free throw that late. I was like, that's not a good sight, bro. Like, if you're on the Bucks, you do not want to see that. I think he's on his own missed like 4 or 5 free throws, which would have gave them the lead at some point. They got a lead by 2 points really late, and Chris Middleton took it to overtime, as you guys said. But yeah, the Raptors had to really pull it out of their ass yesterday, bro. Like, it was a deep, deep game, and Kawhi just pretty much said, fuck this, I'm taking this game over. Put up like 6 or 7 points on his own. They got some defensive stops. Malcolm Brogdon turned the ball over, but he got that easy one-legged dunk. What can I say? The Bucks should have had that game yesterday. No Lowry, no Powell. Powell was giving them great minutes yesterday. He was one of the leading scorers for them after Kawhi led them yesterday and Pascal Siakam. And a dude like from the bench giving you those points and you still struggle to win the game. Bucks should have had it yesterday, man. 2 overtimes, and yeah, Giannis fouled out. They lost their edge there.
No doubt. My bad. I had to laugh real quick. My man Bowie said this guy has a full beard and no chest hair. I can't trust him. Talking about you, Max. I'm sorry. That shit had me crack up real quick. My bad. That shit was funny right there. But hey, what's up? What's up, Ski? Welcome to the show, bro. What's your take on that Bucks game yesterday, man? I see you had the first half Raptors. What's your take on the full game? Is there a reason why you stay out the full game? And that Kawhi injury, you think that shit takes effect next game?
Um, yeah, the reason I was on the y'all can see me okay?
It's like a little screen to the. It's like a small.
My
I
bad, my
see you,
bad,
but
my
it's
bad.
like it's different. But we see you.
All right, for sure. Well, yeah, the reason I was on the first half rather than the full game, I mean, there's a lot of stats pointing towards the Bucks winning that full game. A lot of stats that just said the Raptors didn't cover. I feel like the Raptors are far outmatched in this series, but it was just a great situational spot for the Raptors. And the numbers I had went up to about 80% cover if I switch it to the first half over the full game. So that's why I rocked with the first half. And Marcus Gasol finally had a good game. He finally stepped up, made some threes. The Bucks were still right there, even with Giannis not having a great game. So that's scary, especially with Kawhi playing 52 minutes, as you guys said. You never want to see that. He's already been laboring a lot, playing a lot of minutes. I'm not quite sure what to expect from them guys coming out the next game. I don't know how much they have left in the tank.
And with the Kawhi injury, though, Ski, and we saw how like I expected him to slow down a little bit, being a backer of the in play, how that in play and shit like that. I was expecting him to slow down just a little bit, but it seemed like he sped it up a little bit. And that injury, I don't know if it was what's the word, the adrenaline that kept him playing hard, or is it just a minor injury? Because I haven't looked into the Raptors yet today exactly to see what the injury was about with Kawhi. But do you think it was the adrenaline that kept him putting up the numbers? Do you think the Bucks kind of thought, well, he's injured, it's now our time, and they started getting a little loosey with the fouls out there?
I definitely think it's adrenaline. I mean, he knows back against the ropes, you got to win that game or the series over. He just kind of pushed through it. I mean, it kind of reminded me of like a Kobe type of deal, if I got to compare it. But I mean, I definitely think it's going to continue to hurt him throughout the series. I don't think it's like this. He was feeling it for right there and then it's over. I think he just was able to get through it the rest of that game just because he was already going and, like you said, had that adrenaline.
But no, anything you want to add to that, J Money, to the rest of that comment, man? And if you don't mind, welcome on in the chat, Jay.
Yeah, no, I got nothing else to add. I mean, like I say, shit, the Raptors, they was in a damn good spot yesterday. Shit, I was big on their first quarter, and the first half. And then when I saw how they were playing, you know what I'm saying, I knew that it was their game. I didn't know that they was gonna fold at the end, but you know what I'm saying, still end up getting cash in the second half as well, in overtime. But and I mean it I don't care. I still think that Leonard was laboring a little bit after the injury. Like I said, I was concerned, you know what I'm saying? And once again, obviously, like you say, the Bucks were still there, even with Giannis, you know what I'm saying, being held to only 10 points. So obviously he was getting to the free throw line. Yeah, airball a couple of them was like, damn, but he was pretty pissed the other day. I think they're gonna come out and bust their ass next game. But I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But we're welcome in the chat, man. We got Moses. What's up, Eric Rosas, Viper? What's up, Michael Welsh? We got Grim Reaper in here, Dom the Don, Casa Station. NC Max in the chat, acting ass. I already know you, Max. 77 figures. We got Boris Scholar in here. We got a bunch of people, man. 232 people in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. We dropping off knowledge, man. We probably finna hit a trifecta or some shit on this game, bro. Let's get some cash tonight.
No doubt. I met Big Guy Bubba. I met NC. Who else we missing? Luca, Teddy B, Pedro, Dexter. Joe, I see you messaged me, Joe. It didn't go to my regular messages, but I did see you message me, Joe. I'm gonna hit you back up after the show. But I did see your message. Did not disregard you, brother. What's up, Grim Reaper? QQQ. Yeah, man. And real quick, the last little thought about that game. I took the under 212.5 in play. I mean, 211 and a half. It took double OT for me to lose that goddamn bet. So imagine how I was sitting over here sweating the under 211. It didn't take us one OT. It took two OT for that shit to get over. And going into the second OT, it wasn't even 210 points scored yet then. So I was sitting back like, this is some bullshit way to lose a goddamn under in play in a double overtime game. So that was kind of frustrating a little bit to me right there. But off of that shit, it's 420. We know what time it is. You know, my man Ski probably already gassed up. We know Jay stayed with the gas, so we nicknamed him Texaco. We call him Baby Shell Station. He stayed with that gas. And my man Max. We gotta find a way to get Max up here. I heard Jimmy mention this was kind of Miami trip. We have to find a way to get Max down here so we can really show him how to get on that high-powered gas, Jay Money. Let's see. But it's 420 on King's Court. You grab your dabbies, stuff your bowl, roll your J's, break down your backwoods, grab you a swisher. Say, see that $5 right there, Eric? You could have saved that with us, man. You could have kept that money, flew to Vegas, flew to Miami, flew to LA, flew to Dallas, flew to Max. You could have put a $5 on the bag, man. You never heard the loonies before. I got $5 on it. We appreciate the $5, though, brother. And God bless you. And thank you for that. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about the Portland Trail Blazers. Listen, y'all. Everybody been on my ass as if I play for the Blazers. I don't play for the Blazers, y'all. They don't have my jersey hanging up there like, hey, real, come in here and I'm fucking off the second half of games for us. It ain't me. I've been a Bengal since the 80s, y'all. I'm used to losing. I've been a Blazer fan since I was raised there. My folks familiar with the organization. You know, I like the Blazers. But I don't play for the Blazers, man. Y'all trolling me about the Blazers. And I did not get the Blazers to win this series. Once again, everybody, I said 6. Golden State is 6. I expect us to win 2 games. I bet game 1, the point spread, plus 8. Reason behind that, didn't know how that's going to respond without KD. I thought Blazers had a good chance to cover that game. I liked them game 3 at home. I expected them to do what they had to do at home. Say, buddy, this Blazer team we're watching right now is falling apart second half of basketball. I don't care about the Dame Lillard rib injury. There's no fucking way in hell anybody can tell me you're up by 17 points in Golden State and you lose that game. Okay, we'll give you that one. You're up by 15 points at home and then you lose that game too? That's inexcusable. You're supposed to win one of those games right there. Matter of fact, just before you respond on it, Ski, how do you feel about that take of the game? I know you were heavy on the Golden State over here. What's your whole take about Blazers should have walked away with one of those victories? That 17-point lead, I can understand that one, but the 15-point one at home, that's a little unacceptable to me.
Yeah, definitely unacceptable, but it's just, I mean, that's champions. They've been there how many years in a row? You can never count them out. And the Blazers, I mean, they've been to the playoffs, but they haven't been playing against the champs, or they haven't been on that stage. And Dame Lillard, I definitely noticed that he was hurt. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I'm not real big on Stotts. I'm much bigger on Kerr. I like what he does, adjustments he makes. I don't really know that Portland can make that many more adjustments. So I just felt like Golden State turned it on. They actually wanted to play. And if they do that, they're more than capable.
No doubt. And Jay, your take on that, was Ski touched on he's not a big fan of Stotts, and that's what I was saying too. I think it was a little coaching. People hammered me too, Jay, when I said they should have kept Cantor in there. The first half of Blazers' rotation last game looked it really well. The way they played Cantor, the way they brought the other guys in and shit like that, Jay, looked it really well. Cantor had, 7 minutes, 7 points, 5 rebounds in 7 minutes. They really didn't go back to him in the second half like that at all. Not just him. My man Harless and Aminu sat on the bench for a while, and they were role players out there. It was keeping that momentum and that pace going that was allowing the Blazers to keep that lead. Stotts played a whole different kind of rotation second half, Jay. Did you notice that as well?
Yeah, I noticed. I mean, I can't say the coach made a damn good move with putting Myers Leonard in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he was the main reason. I need to send him a gift or something. He was the main reason I cashed that first quarter in the first half big. Fucking Cantor and Aminu, I know it's this whole Ramadan stuff right now. I mean, I'm not real big on religion and stuff, and I don't want to shit on theirs, but damn, bro, you got to go and eat something. You got to get a bottle of fucking water, bro. It's right now in the playoffs, bro. If you're not going to eat or drink no water, bro, you're going to have to go and sit down. Damn, can we get a couple of players? Can we do this shit? Hey, look, if they Muslims, can we get borrow a couple of players from a different team or something, bro? Come on. That's why you see, I'm with Jimmy on that. You see Cantor out here laboring, man. Meaner out here, they don't even look the same, bro. So I don't give a damn. I'm still not a fucking fan of the Warriors. Yeah, they look nice this year, but they still ain't gonna win the championship this year. So I mean, I could talk about this game all day, but real, I'm not sure. What was it what you want to talk about? The last game, or do you want me to go ahead and get on this one today? Just real quick.
No, before we capping this game right here too. I just didn't want this to give the plays up too much. We still got a half an hour show, so I still wanted to be able to stretch out the show a little bit. I also wanted to touch on the fact that we watched these Blazers blow 2 huge leads, game 2 and game 3. To me, I know everybody's still shitting about Cantor no defense. I get you. you guys still can't take away the production that he did in 7 minutes on the floor. I'm not saying he can go out there and play 25 minutes, but when you're starting to see the momentum shift a little bit, throw him back out there. Go back to Aminu a little bit. Go back to Heartless. It wasn't just Cantor that they just pulled away. And I like and I respect the Leonard thing. And Jay, I hear you. Everybody cracking up talking about go eat some shit. I feel you, man. But this is a guy's religion, and they have a plan after life that they want to spend an eternity in instead of just soaking it up in one game. But I hear you, though, Jay. But my whole thing was the first 2 games, they blew both of those leads. They kind of fucked themselves, if you ask me, Jay. Is that how you look at it? But they should have walked away with at least one of those games.
Yeah, they definitely should have walked away with one of them. I mean, they really had a golden chance to win the game over there and go to state. We know that they're real strong in the third quarter. I mean, we'd expect them to come back and win that game at the house, even though their coach said that they stole the game. But, I mean, the game 3 at the house, I can't say. I mean, they pretty much played a perfect first quarter, first half, even with Dame being, quote-unquote, hurt, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Still, that 29-13 third quarter, you just absolutely can't do that. And then still in the fourth quarter, even when the game was kind of close, tiff and tad, then you let them outscore you 28-20 in the fourth quarter, where you still technically had a chance to win the game. So yeah, it's tough, but I mean, I still think the fact of them, I don't know, I think the fact of them being swept the past 2 years is going to come into play tonight. But yeah, you're right, they have to win at least that game 3 at the house. But hey, it's never too late, man. It's never too late to try to get the game.
Yo, it's never too late to try to get a game. You're right, Matt. Matt, your take on that real quick, and then we'll start hopping into capping these games and giving out some props in this game today. But yeah, what's your take on it, Max? And what do you? I want to look at the chat right now saying Hood. I mean, Rodney Hood as well, man. He hasn't been the Hood that we expected. He's doing his thing, but he hasn't been the Hood since he got that little small injury, man. What your question? Yeah, question about Hood too, Max. Is Hood playing not to get injured so he can have a contract next year? That's kind of what like he's playing hard, but he seems like, man, I don't want to fuck myself up.
Yeah, like he's in that space. Like he needs to show up today. Talking about Enes Kanter and Ramadan, I mean, he was looking fatigued. He has been pretty bad, to be honest, throughout the series. But it's Enes Kanter's birthday today. Is it any day of the month or the year you're going to show up? Better be today, boy. But yeah, that game 2 should have been the Blazers. That's their best chance to win a game. And last game, of course, they're doing so well first quarter, first half. Second half, everything just turns the other way, bro. I don't even know it. Like third quarter, I don't even think Golden State are playing that good. It's just the Blazers are so freaking bad. Turnovers, bad decisions. Yeah, but I mean, Seth Curry did a solid job last game. Damian Lillard, I mean, rib injury, it should be painful to lift your arm above your head. I really hope for CJ McCollum to step it up for them. I really thought Myers Leonard starting the game was a pretty solid move by Stotts. You know, I mean, Enes Kanter hasn't been producing. Put him in, and Myers Leonard, he isn't afraid to take those threes, and he made a couple of those, looking pretty solid. But second half, he's getting out coached. The Blazers are straight up choking, bro.
No doubt. Let's get to it, man. Ski, anything you want to add on what we saw already from out there before we get a cap in this game today? Anything you want to add or want to add to what Jay said or what Max said?
Just the end of what Max said, they're choking. I would agree. I mean, I feel like how many free throws did they miss? And especially like at the end, CJ McCollum was missing free throw after free throw after free throw, just like very uncharacteristic. So I would just consider that choking. You're up 17 at home. You've already lost a big lead the game before. Can't call it anything other than choking.
I hear you there, man. I think the Blazers missed a total like 18 free throws or 19 free throws in this matchup. I mean, they get to the free throw line, but you have to knock those down. That's 18 points that you're giving up on those games. So we're going to break it down, man. We're going to break these games down. This game right here down, you guys, quarter by quarter, kind of like we did the other day. So I'm going to let you start this first quarter off, Ski. Golden State's averaged 30 points on the year in first quarters. Portland averages 28, but the last 3 games, both of these teams averaged 27.7. The last matchup, Blazers had 29, Golden State had 27. Blazers put away with the first quarter victory out there. But like my man Jay touched on, it had a lot to do with Miles Leonard. Now with the fact that we don't know about Iggy, I think he's still a game-time decision. Maybe Jay, while Ski's answering this, you can check it out for us if you don't mind. My thing, I still don't have it. It still didn't say anything about Iggy. It says game time. But Your thoughts on the first quarter, though, Ski? I know Golden State, number one team when it comes to first quarters. Blazers number 8, but they've been kind of fairly matched the last couple of games. What's your take on this first quarter? Do you have a play on it?
I don't have a play on this first quarter, but if you like the Blazers, I mean, you have to like them early. They've showed you that they show up every game early and let it go away late. So, I mean, first quarter or first half, I mean, I would kind of lean more towards the Blazers. And the stats that I have 7-2 last 9 first quarters for the Warriors and 2-4 last 6 first quarters for the Blazers. It's just I'm not completely sure what kind of effort we're going to get from the Warriors. I'm not sure if Iggy's going to play. I want Iggy in the lineup if I'm going to be betting the Warriors. So, I mean, if I'm betting early, it'd have to be Portland just for that reason. And also, what Jay said, he expects Pride to come into play here. I mean, Portland was getting swept the last few times out the playoffs. I don't think they want to end their playoff run getting swept.
Yeah, Jay, you want to touch on that? I agree with Ski there. I personally, Jay and Max, I don't have a first quarter. If I had a lean, it would kind of be the Blazers sitting at their pride thing. They don't want to get swept, and not so much Dame, Jay, speaking about getting swept after he talked about last year and people laughing at them. And I think the pride comes more from CJ with the shit with him and KD. Him wanting to at least get a game. So I like CJ a lot, but we'll get to that when it comes to the prop. But what Ski just said, Jay Money, and your take on this first quarter.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was saying. Them getting swept the past 2 years, there's no way in hell that they want to get swept again this year. I mean, even though they won two rounds already, you still don't want to get the fact that being swept. Period is just you don't want to go out like that. I mean, it's tough to go back to Oakland and that would give us a real nice spot. I mean, I got cash on this game. I want to get that cash, but the next game for Golden State, I mean, it just would build up so nice, man, for us to hammer Golden State in this game. But that getting too ahead of myself, get too happy here. But in all seriousness, they got to at least get one game. Yes, the pride. You want to talk to me about the first quarter? The past 2 games, the Blazers have covered the first quarter. If you like the Blazers in this game at any point, how could you not like the first quarter? I mean, you could be saying that, all right, I like the Warriors full game, but the Warriors, I mean, if the Blazers have their pride,
Jay,
at
real
least
quick.
they don't want to get swept. They have to cover the first quarter, right? I mean, it's just sitting there, minus a half or money line. I got the money line at minus 105 and minus 110. I'm all over the first quarter. Once again, I mean, even these games that I haven't been playing the full game on, the first quarter and first half have been absolutely cashing, man. I hope to keep that same momentum today. I'm all over the Blazers the first quarter today. I didn't take the half, but I am really big on the Blazers first quarter today. I like the full game as well, but first quarter, I can't say I have even more on the first quarter. I usually don't bet a lot, you know what I'm saying, on one, but when I feel real strongly on one, even more than the whole game, I'll go in on it. Yes, the past 2 or 3 days has been working out real nice for me.
No doubt. Max, I know you had something you wanted to add when Jay was going. Feel free, brother.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. It just came out Andre Iguodala is ruled out today. And I'm agreeing with Jay here. Everything is looking solid for these dudes first quarter, first half. As I said on the bag show, you do not get up by 17 points without defense. So they are actually playing solid defense. And of course, the offense is flowing first quarter, first half. Just the second half, they start doing some really bad decisions. And I don't know, man, what's some voodoo or something. They just straight up choke. Andre Iguodala out. I really love the Blazers money line. I'm gonna grab it for a small bet here, but I'm on the Blazers first quarter. I'm also on the Blazers second quarter. I even took them first half. All of those 3 bets are money line bets. I could get like 0.5 points plus. I mean, either I get a push or a win at this point, or I mean, of course I can lose as well. But getting the 0.5 points are much worse odds. It ain't worth again, if you ask me. I just grab the money line. Yeah, with Andre Iguodala out, you guys have to remember he's a solid defensive player. He also grabs those rebounds. He's an awesome dude to get the rebounds and put it back in like instantly. He's been dunking all over. Draymond Green and him have great chemistry. He finds him really a lot with the lob alley. Almost like Harden Capella, but with Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala. Without him, they don't really have the depth. Damian Lee will play instead of him. I know a lot of dudes off the Golden State bench have been playing solid. but three of the best players are out for the team. That's a bit of a match. If there's any game they do have the possibility to win right now, it should be this game with Andre Iguodala out.
Yeah, and Ski, I want to get your take on what they just said too. With Iggy out being ruled out, that's gonna mess up the rotation a little bit. I'm already on. I mean, I tweeted out earlier, you guys. I'm on first half Golden State plus the 110. I've been liking what I've seen from Portland in the first half of these games. They hold a nice little lead the first half. They come out and put up a first half effort. It's really the second half when the Blazers have been getting killed at it. We noticed that from the last 3 games is what Blazers are doing in the second half of these ball games is really killing them, especially late in the third quarter and heading into the fourth quarter. Now with Iggy being out, Ski, does that change your mind on possibly a first quarter bet?
No, I was not looking at Golden State early or anything, so I would like Portland even more with Iggy out. And I'm just trying to think honestly, how is that going to affect the total? I mean, that's obviously less defense, but I mean, yeah, less defense. I mean, Iggy guards Dame, he'll guard CJ too. I mean, that just leaves Clay to really do most of the defense on the perimeter. So maybe we see more points.
Real quick, Ski. I just want to rail. You meant Blazers first half, right? You said Golden State. Am I wrong?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I meant Blazers first half plus 110. I'm sorry. If I said the wrong thing, my apologies. My bad, Ski. That's not talking about Blazers, not Warriors to you, bro. I was talking about Blazers. If I said Warriors, my fault. I meant Blazers first quarter. Does that make you kind of want to lay something small on it? Or is that would be a more of a lean, if anything? But from the sound of the sounds of it, it's like you like the first half Blazers as well with the rest of us.
My bad, bro. That was to me or J Money.
What happened?
If I'm playing the first half or first quarter, yes, it's gonna have to be Blazers.
Got you. Okay. Now my next thing is, would that be what you just said, Ski, about him being out? This is part of the reason why we're gonna jump into the second half of the game, but I want to get to the prop right away. When you said what happened with Iggy being out, I already took Iggy being out, not playing in this game. This is the game to me. I think the Warriors feel like they'll lose and go back to Golden State and win. Not saying they don't want to win this game, but at the same time, I can see them possibly saying, well, if it gets out of hand with this rest, our guys, we'll come back healthy. We'll come back with energy and effort, game 5, and put you guys out. That's how we'll do it. So I really like Green tonight, Green's prop. Steve, real quick, do you think that Green is the one who started guarding them guys more? And that's part of one of the reasons why I took Green over 3.5 steals and blocks in this game. He's leading the team already with, I think it's his steals, and in blocks with 9. I like Green to step up more defensive, and so I like the Green minus over 3.5 steals and blocks. Will you expect Green to step up more defensively, seeing that, like I said, now Iggy's out. KD gone, now Iggy out. You're going to need a lot from Green and Curry.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's majority of their defense right there, so I can definitely see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And if the Warriors are competing, it's going to be Draymond doing majority of everything. So defense or offense, whether it's assists or rebounds, I see just if the Warriors are in the game, it's Draymond doing a lot.
No doubt. J Money, go ahead, brother. You got something you want to add to that? Your first half play. How do you feel about Green stepping up now, Jay, with Iggy being gone? I mean, Green has been the centerpiece. I have to say this, Jay. The man walking and how he talking. He said, we don't need KD. Fuck KD. We cool. Usually when you see people say that shit, they go out there and lay an egg. They don't perform. You see people go out there and say they gonna kick your ass. You go find them. You get your ass beat. But it's rare. Not really rare. I see it a lot. But then you see somebody say, I'm going to come out. We don't need you. I'm going to come out there and put my foot up your ass. That's exactly what Green been doing. He been coming out there putting his foot up everybody's ass and showing why. They kind of really don't need KD. How do you feel about my Green prop, J Money, to over 3.5 steals and assists? And who do you think step up defensively? And what is your first half play? And if you don't mind leading us into the rest of the game, the rest of the game plays as well, Jay.
No problem at all. Yeah, Green, I can't say, he's taught to talk. I mean, you can say you don't need KD all you want, but, I mean, KD's probably going to leave next year, and then, I mean, we'll see if Green is still there. I think that Green is a bad matchup for the Blazers. That's the reason why he's clowning. The series before that, he wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't really doing that. He was a dud. Oh, and then now he's kind of, now it's a bad matchup for the Blazers. They don't really have bigs like that can guard you. It's really nobody on the Blazers that really can guard them. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the whole religion shit going on. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Green could clown again tonight, but I just don't think this is the worst game. They have to have an exhale game at some point. We saw it last game, really. It's just that they came out a little fired up, like, let's see if we come and get this in the third quarter. And the Blazers actually folded, you know what I'm saying, with that bullshit 13 points. So I feel like even the last game was the worst game where they was like, fuck it. I feel like they want to go back to the house and get it. You know what I'm saying? Get pat on the back, all that type of shit. They want to close out the house. I feel like they get down tonight. They don't really care about coming back. I mean, no Iguodala, which I knew he wasn't going to play. You got a little injury. Come on now. Y'all know y'all in the finals. You got to think long term here. You can't worry about this one game. I know Green say, yeah, they wanted 9 days rest. Who wants 9 days of rest before the finals? Come on, bro. You at least get at least 7, you know what I'm saying? Which is still a while. You don't want to be too rusty. So I feel like that they don't even really want this game tonight, man. I can't say the only thing I hadn't bet is the first half. I think that it'll cash. I had bet you I still got some time. I probably will, you know what I'm saying, throw 200 on it just for the fuck up. I already got a bunch on the first quarter, and I got a bunch on the full game money line. I'll lead y'all into the full game. I'm on the Blazers to win this fucking game tonight. And to be honest, I like them first quarter, first half, and full game. All of them on the money line. I feel like the first quarter and first half looks real nice, and I don't think that they choke in the second half of this one. They're gonna come out here and get this game. They don't want to get swept. Their pride's gonna be on the line. Dame probably get shot up or something. He'll be all right tonight, man. Still go for a nice little 20 or something. CJ gonna clown. They're gonna go back to Oakland and get blown the fuck out. But that's the next game. But tonight, the Blazers, you could take them plus the points, you could take them the money line. I really do feel like that's the play. Over and under, I'm really all over the place, to be honest with you. I don't have a lean on the total whatsoever. I'm perfectly honest with you. That doesn't happen too often, but this is the spot, especially with Iggy being out. Kind of want to take under, but Blazers backs against the wall will lead to an over, I feel like. And no Iggy definitely hurts the defense for the Warriors, but will the Blazers clamp down on defense? So it's just what you really have to worry about with the total, I feel like, tonight. But I think the Blazers are to play, and my strongest one is the first quarter.
Yeah, and to touch on that real quick before you step in, Golden State is 14-23 ATS minus 11.3 units after a win by 10 points or more this season. Another thing, Portland's 9-9 against the spread versus Golden State over the last 3 seasons. Golden State is 14-4 straight up versus Portland over the last 3 seasons. Until the last 18 games in this series have gone over the total in the last 3 seasons. Max, your take on it, man. Your plays on it, and Matt, and any prop bets from you. Jay, Max, before you respond, Jay, any props that you have tonight? I know you're not a big prop guy. And Jay, what did you get your first quarter money line for? Because my first quarter only had Blazers plus a half, but it was at minus, I think it was 105, 111, matter of fact.
Yeah, just real quick. The prop that I do like, I like CJ McCollum over the points. And I like Dame over assists, over the 6.5 assists. I think he will be passing the ball tonight a little bit more, especially with them throwing a double team at him. A couple of stats: the Warriors are 19, 42, and 2 ATS in the last 63, which is the large sample size after a straight up win of 10 or more points. So they really haven't covered the spread. We know that this year they won the third or fourth worst covering teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? And the Blazers are 5-1 ATS at the house off a double-digit loss. You know what I'm saying? The next game. So they real nice with bouncing back at the house. I think they will tonight. The first quarter, like I already said, I got them earlier at minus 105. I got them at minus 110, and I just took them again at minus 115. It's at the pick or the money line. So it's been slowly but surely rising. So I'm on it 3 different times. So like I said, I don't care if they don't win the first full game. They have to come out here firing tonight. The whole pride shit. This first quarter, we're gonna see what the Blazers are made of, and we'll see if it'll propel them on to win. You know what I'm saying? The first half and the full game. But to answer you, the latest line is minus 115, the money line for the first quarter.
No doubt. Max, you heard Jay. What's your take on this, man? Please fill us in if you on the total as well.
I feel like the total Golden State, of course, going to be a much worse defensive team without Andre Iguodala. He contributes a lot to them. He gets a couple of steals here and there. I would look towards the over. As Jay said, they need to come out firing. And a lot of people in the chat saying that Andre Iguodala not playing will lead to Golden State putting up more threes. I mean, it's not like Andre Iguodala is their center posting dudes up. He does pretty much the same thing they do, only that he gets on the fast breaks and he keeps cutting and he gets the ball really easy for them. Of course, they won't have a dude running like him today. Damon Lee isn't that good of a player. But to get back on this, Dexter Rojas said in the chat, Blazers first half and full game. That's actually an awesome bet. If you guys love them first half and full game, I'm thinking of grabbing that. I'm gonna look at what I might get it at. But I took the Blazers just money line full game just right now. I just love the idea of them being against the ropes. No Andre Iguodala. If they lose today, that's just straight up choke, bro. Like, you have no excuses today. Damian Lillard is injured, fine, but CJ McCollum should come out firing today. He could easily put up 30 points. I look towards the CJ McCollum over, but he has been struggling the past 2 games. I'm going to look into a couple of stuffs more than that. As I said, Enes Kanter, it's his birthday today. I would love to take a player prop on him, rebounds, points, and assists, but I have to look into who will start the game today. If he starts the game, I would look towards that. But if Marius Leonard starts the game, I'm going to just skip that. Seth Curry, it's at 8.5 points right now. I know not the last game, game 2, Jimmy was on the over 5.5 points. That one cashed. He put up 5 points last game. I'm thinking of grabbing him as well. Somebody in the chat said that Sonia called Steph and told him to let his brother win one game. I mean, I just thought that shit was funny. Other than that, only player prop I would recommend anyone to look into is CJ McCollum over.
No doubt. Real quick before we get my man Ski Prophet in here, his comment, his take on the games. Couple little things from the chat, like you said right there, my man Mikey. What do you say? Mikey Cohen says thoughts on Dame's heart, not his ribs. That's funny, man. Dame is showing. I get you there. That's funny. The thoughts on his heart, not his ribs. Like I told you, I think the man who showed a heart tonight will be CJ. That'll be a guy I think we see hard from tonight. I'm also on that CJ prop over, but I'll give you my plays in a minute. Another question from the chat. Not really so much a question. It was a couple of comments. I got to get back to him, man. Ski, your take on these games. But I saw a good question, too. Like, damn, I missed it, man. So many comments from you guys. I'm sorry. We'll try to hit some of them. So, yeah, why Ski break down what his take in the rest of the game and his plays. Max, can you and Jay Money possibly find one good question from out the chat that we can answer before we get up off here as well? Go ahead, Ski. What you on, brother?
Hey, you already said it real quick about the chat. I know you saw me over here dying in the corner. That's what I was dying at. Mickey Cohen. Thoughts on Dame's heart. I'm a Damian Lillard fan, so I don't know. I just thought that was a little funny. NC has a comment in here. They're not playing Iggy because they think they can win without him. We shall see. I'm gonna read off a couple stats. Warriors in closeout games on the road, they're 10-4 straight up and against the spread. And in the conference finals, they're 4-1. Warriors are 24-13 against the spread, last 37 without KD with Steph. They're 30-1 without KD, 7-1 this year. On the full game, as much as I want to think the Blazers can go ahead and take this one, I can't bet that. I'm not betting it. It would have to be Warriors to close it out. But honestly, I'm more interested in the total. It's a stat here. Under 25-12, last 37 without KD with Steph. It's went under 4 of the last 6 times these teams have played each other. I kind of think Warriors and under go together in this game. And I think Blazers and over correlate as well. It's went over 13 of the last 17 times these teams have played. And when they announced Iggy's out, that just makes me think it's going to be less defense. I was kind of going back and forth, thinking over and under, but Blazers put up points at home. If you think Blazers are going to win, they're going to put up points. without Iggy, like I said, it's going to be just Clay to guard either CJ or Dame. So I agree with you guys saying CJ will go off. I think I have to like the over at this point. Without Iggy, I mean, and in Portland with the pride and everything, I see the Blazers putting up points. I see the Warriors even putting up points. The only thing I want to think about is, like, I think you mentioned it, Real. If the Blazers start winning this game, maybe the Warriors don't really care in the second half and they just sit their guys and just let it play off. So maybe the over in the first half could be a better look. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, when it came to me for the total, I was staying off, and I hear what you're saying. Like, I'm a big Blazer believer that we score over 100 points at home. I think the last two games we just had against Golden State, we only put up, 99 points, somewhere around there. And we even put up 100 points at home, and that kind of was shocking and surprising to me, especially the way that Golden State came back and won that game. Um, then what you just said, Ski, what I touched on earlier about if the Warriors are down and they just feel like fuck it, we just rest our guys and get us ready for Game 5. Does that mean that we see less offense from the Warriors and you will see more lockdown defense from the Blazers? I lean towards the over as well in this situation, but it's one of those situational games where you kind of got to watch to see the situation that both teams are in. So I would kind of say wait and in play it. But the first half over probably seemed like the best one because you get everybody out there playing in the first half. So I can understand your first half look Ski with the over more so than a full game. Your take on that, Jay? First half over compared to a full game over or under.
Um, to be honest with me, if I was to like the over here, I would be liking all three of them. I would be liking first quarter, first half, and full game over. I feel like if they get off to that pace at first, then I mean the scoring will just keep going. You know how it is sometimes real when you know what I'm saying it's a high scoring game. They just come out and have you know what I'm saying it'll be like a 30-something first quarter, and then from there they just keep on getting baskets. I mean then the second half over hit as well. So me personally, I'm staying away from the total. I'm gonna see how this first half is, and then obviously you could be able to tell the pace. You'll be able to see what the second half is. I mean, that's why I say a lot of the second halves will be hidden. I mean, if you're watching the game, you see the way the flow going, see the way the team's playing. Fuck, you'll have the perfect second half play. It's not really hard, especially if you watch the game. So, I mean, I would in play it if you're not comfortable with it. But I feel like if you like the over, I feel like the first quarter and the first half, you know what I'm saying, would be a look as well as the full game.
No doubt. And before you respond to what Ski asked, our man Seth Hagen in here said fun facts. The Warriors going 17-7 in potential closeout games in the Steve Kerr era, including 5-3 in Game 4, when up 3-0 in the series. Does that scare you off of Portland at all over here, Max? Especially hearing what Ski had just said about it. But what we want to know though is about the total first half compared to the full game over or under. Your thoughts?
I mean, if you right off the bat, the last two games, first half, of course, I would lean towards the over there. They do not seem to be having problems with their offense in the first half. I lean towards the over full game as well. But the thing is, I mean, today they have the edge today. They need to be scoring. If they pull that prank bullshit as last game where they put up like 13 points or whatever fourth quarter and pretty much throw the game away third quarter, I mean, of course, it's going towards the under. I would rather bet my money on the first half over, to be honest with you guys.
Yes, Ski, you want to elaborate on that? That's the same way I feel. I think the first half over are probably a better play, Ski, if you ask me, than a full game over. Because it's that Blazers scored 33 points last fourth quarter. Game before that, they put up 99 points as it was. I see Blazers having a better first half, and that's why I like the first half money line as well. I see them playing a better first half than they have been showing me in the second half, Ski. So I would have to agree. I like the first half better, Ski.
Yeah, I'm 9 times out of 10. I think that may be my bet, and I like that first half Portland a lot. I think as far as all of the bets on the Portland side, if you're going to take Portland, I think first half is probably the best one. I have a stat right here. Stotts first half against the spread at home after a home loss. They're 43-28-1. That's 60.6%. So I would look for them on the first half if you like the Blazers. I think that's a very strong play. And 9 times out of 10, I will be on that first half over. My only fear in that over on the full game was, like you said, them pulling their guys if they're down too much and don't really care anymore. So I'm just narrowing it down. I like that Blazers first half, and I like the first half over.
Me too. Any prop from me, Ski? I mean, I have a few props over here. I'm on the Aminu over 11.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I see him getting that. I'm on the Draymond Green over 3.5 steals and blocks. And I'm on the CJ as well. Let me pull up my CJ. Yeah, CJ over 31.5. I think it was 32. It might have been 31.5 when I took it, but with the 32 points, rebounds, and assists. Any props from you? I don't know if I've actually seen you really do the prop game out here, Ski, but any props from you that you would be into in this game tonight? Are you hopping on the CJ one?
I'll tell you, the only reason I haven't really been focusing more on props is because I have my plays tracked third party and they don't track props, they don't track team totals. Honestly, my plays I like the Blazers team total over 108. As far as player props, I like CJ McCollum to go over whatever. I haven't really looked at numbers. I like Draymond Green to probably get more assists, especially with Iggy out. That's a playmaker missing, and Draymond Green shows he's more than capable of being the playmaker to make the team go. So I would look for Draymond assists maybe over. Um, Besides CJ and Draymond, I might look at maybe Seth Curry points, see where that's at. Maybe he can come hit a couple 3 pointers again. So I would look at for those three players if I'm looking at player props.
No doubt. You want to tell them your play scheme where they can find you at, brother?
I haven't locked one in yet, but it's looking like over in the first half. I'm not sure what the number. I think it may be like 111 or 112, but it's looking like I'm gonna rock with the over in the first half. And you can find me on Twitter at Ski Profit. I will finalize my plays. If I have more than one, it will be right there. So look for a tweet in the next 10 minutes.
No doubt, no doubt. Thank you, thank you. And the over is at 111.5. My plays in this game, I'm on the first half Portland Trailblazers at the plus 110. I think I'm gonna follow my man Jay Money over here, man. I think Max also said they're on it. I think I'm gonna hop on this Blazers first quarter with you, Jay. When you convince me, whatever lines you on, man, you've been kind of hitting these first quarters too, bro. First quarter was always my thing. I usually take a first quarter before I go off, and now I kind of get the Blazers at half. Now it's in the even, Jay. What's the first 15 money line in that? Minus 120. I'm better off taking the first quarter. So I'm gonna add the first quarter. I'm gonna tell you on that first quarter, Jay. I'm on the Blazers first quarter, first half money line, and I'm on the full game. I got the Blazers at plus 3.5. When I gave it out to my guys earlier, I got them at plus 3. So that's the line I guess I'll stick with. This will be the official line I give everybody, even though it's down to 2.5. The 3 was what you could have got before the show started. So I like the Blazers there. Props. Draymond Green over 3.5 steals and blocks at plus 140. Aminu over 11.5 rebounds and assists at minus 125. And CJ McCullough prop points, rebounds, and assists minus 115 over 32. That's my plays. We know how to go about the end. We're going to let our man Jay Money close the show when it's time to close the show. So, Max, what are your plays for the show, your props, and are we getting game 5 in Oakland, Max?
Bro, you can't put that type of pressure. I'm hoping for it. Of course, I'm hoping for it. Just one question you guys can answer after. When the Golden State Warriors know that the Bucks are not going to sweep the Raptors and there will be a game 5 there for them, does that take the pressure off the Golden State Warriors? Like, okay, we do not need to sweep them necessarily. We could lose a game. But my plays are Portland first quarter money line, second quarter money line, first half money line. I mean, second quarter money line and first half money line, Portland, all 3 of them money line. And I also took them full game money line. Player props, I haven't taken anything yet. I'm looking towards the CJ McCollum points, rebounds, and assists over. And you guys can find me on Twitter at Max and Pybra.
Yeah, it was just a comment on here from El Duque. He said, has Portland ever won down 0-3? And he asked me, Ski, any stats on Portland 0-3 at home? And I have a couple. Since 05, teams down 0-3. They went 21-41 straight up. 25, 34, and 3 against the spread. And I mean, Warriors in the closeout game in the conference finals, they're 4-1. So those are the stats I have. El Duque.
No doubt, but you want to answer Max real quick? Do you think that with Bucks winning? I mean, I think that Golden State don't care if they win. Not I don't even think they're looking at what the Bucks are doing. I feel like they feel like they'll get the game 5 at home. But what's your take on what Max had just said though about the Bucks winning the game? And do you think Golden State's actually paying attention to that?
My take on this is I think Golden State wants to finish up as soon as possible. I mean, they get a break either way. I think Cousins or KD will both be back, but Golden State will much rather be rested because they're not going to play as many players in their rotation than the Bucks will play. So for that reason, I think they will pay attention and want to finish before the Bucks.
No doubt. But Jay Money, it's that time. We know what you gotta do, Jay. You gotta bust it with your plays. You gotta bust it. Jay, you gotta give me at least one prop today. You gotta say at least one prop you agree with. You don't gotta take it, but at least agree with me on something over here. Hey, give me say real. I like the green over 3.5 plus the 140 because I got 200 on that, Jay. So I need your love on that one. But thank you, Max. Thank you, Ski, for coming on this Monday, man. WNBA starts Friday. But we ain't done yet. My man Jay Money got his plays, and he'll close the show for us. Jay, take it away.
Yes, sir. Yeah, with the props, I'm like Ski. Like I said a couple of times already. I like CJ minus the points. Whatever it is, I don't even know what it is. I'm pretty sure somewhere around 23. I don't have it up right now. But CJ McCollum, the points, I like it, and I also like the green prop. I'm on the Portland Trail Blazers first quarter. I hope you guys are rooting for me. I'm on it 3 separate times: minus 105, minus 110, minus 115. I'm on the first half, minus the half, minus the 105, and I'm on the Blazers on the money line. At plus 125 and the plus 120, man. I lean towards the over, the first half over and the full game over as well, for first quarter as well. But I can't say I'm not on those. So I hope everybody gets some cash tonight. I hope that this series is going back to Oakland. You know what I'm saying, and then the Warriors get it 4-1. And I do think with the Bucks, you know what I'm saying, kind of bullshitting over there with the Raptors, also with the Warriors, like, oh, okay, well, we can extend our series. Well, I really do think that the Blazers come out here and win this game tonight. I'm hoping. So I hope everybody have a good night. You know what I'm saying? I'm off for a couple of days. I'm still gonna be doing the show, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Make some shit happen, man, for a couple of days. Take a little small vacation. Everybody, let's get some cash. Let's stay hot, and let's not forget Leche, Los Bookmakers.
Deuces.